Hey cruise fans, and welcome back to another Cruise Travel Talk. It's Friday the 30th of October today, and there is some breaking news coming out of North America with regards to the CDC No Sail Ban. Stay tuned. So welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, then Cruise Travel Talk is a channel dedicated to bringing you the latest and breaking news from the travel industry. And today we've got great news for everybody that's interested in cruising and cruise vacations, because the CDC intends to lift its no sail ban. It's due to expire tomorrow at midnight on the 31st of October 2020, and it was long anticipated that there might be some problems with the no sail ban, in that it would be extended for a further period of time. But the CDC has today announced that it is going to allow cruise lines to operate some initial sailings out of US ports, which will enable them to be able to prove out their safety protocols and ensure that it's safe for customers, cruise customers, to sail on their ships moving forward. So this is absolutely fantastic news. This is fantastic news for the ports themselves and all the people working and associated with the cruise industry, people working at cruise terminals, suppliers, supply chain, etc. In that there is going now to be a limited amount of cruising that's going to be allowed outside of US ports, which will enable the cruise lines to be able to prove out their safety protocols and prove to the CDC that it is safe to cruise. There have been lots of commentators recently that have been advising that all of the prerequisites needed for safe return to cruising is in place, and that the cruise lines ultimately are in a position where they need to be given a chance to be able to prove out those safety protocols to government and to the CDC. And so, of course, as you know, the cruise lines had voluntarily cancelled all sailings out of the US until the end of November 2020, and lots of them anticipated getting back to cruising on the 1st of December 2020. That was in line with the Cruise Lines International Association voluntarily ban, which of course all of the major cruise lines are actually members of the CLIA. So it was widely anticipated ultimately that there would be no cruising till at least the 1st of December. Now, of course, it is technically possible for cruising to resume effective the 1st of November, the point at which the no sail order actually expires. But of course it takes a long time for the cruise lines to get back up and running, to get all of their staff back on board, for them to be able to ensure that everything is in place in order to be able to conduct a healthy and safe cruise. So the initial thoughts are that, and requirements of the CDC, that there will be some initial sailings with only staff on board, that they will test out all of the safety protocols and will be able to demonstrate to the CDC that they're going to be able to put in place appropriate protocols to provide safe and healthy sailing for their cruise passengers. And so, as widely anticipated, there will ultimately be no real cruising until at least the 1st of December. There of course have been a number of other cancellations across the world by various cruise lines, but ultimately they're going to be in a position now where they're going to be able to get back up and running in a small way, and ultimately that's going to have a positive effect and really give the cruise lines the opportunity that they can demonstrate to the government and to the CDC that they can sail healthily and safely, and ultimately that will have a big boost in terms of confidence when they're able to demonstrate that that's possible to do, and the fact that they've got appropriate mechanisms in place to be able to respond should there be further cases of COVID out on board ships that are undertaking cruise vacations. Now, of course, the CDC have upgraded their no sail ban documentation, and there is a 40 or so page document that comes with it. Essentially, that allows the cruise lines to start to take steps now to get cruising back underway, and ultimately for them to be able to prove out that it's possible to cruise safely and healthily for all of the staff on board and also all the cruise customers. And so this is great news for the industry. It's great news for the suppliers and for all the people working in the cruise industry. It's great news for entertainment staff and restaurant staff and all of the staff that they have on board the cruise ships that supply the service to us, the cruise customers. And a renewed level of positivity ultimately I think will come through in this announcement. We ultimately will wait until the CDC have actually posted something on their website in terms of the no sail order officially having expired, but the reality is the cruise lines now will be working hard in order to be able to get those initial sailings up and running. And of course that will take time. It will probably take around a month or so, and of course the cruise lines have already voluntarily cancelled all of the cruises through November in anticipation of the CDC making an appropriate announcement and an appropriate decision at this point. So good news for everybody concerned. I'm sure that this news will be well received by the viewers of this video, and ultimately for everybody holding out hope that the CDC will lift that no sail ban and that cruising can return to some form of normality moving forward. So, and it remains to be seen how successful that's going to be. Me personally, I'm really pleased that they're able to do something and at least give the cruise lines the opportunity to prove out what they say they can do. And Richard Fain, the CEO of Royal Caribbean Group, ultimately said that the safety of cruise passengers and crew is of the utmost importance, and it will be safer to sail on a cruise ship rather than walk down Main Street, USA. So it remains to be seen how well that goes, and at least now the cruise lines have the opportunity to try their protocols out and demonstrate what they're capable of doing. And so I hope you've enjoyed the content on this video. I hope the message that we've been able to give today is good news as far as you're concerned. And if you like the content on this channel, then please like and subscribe. It's through your subscription that this brand new channel can grow. So we really appreciate your likes. Please leave us any comments down in the area below this video, and like and subscribe and share this video to people that you know that ultimately are interested in cruise news and developments within the industry. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video.